Hey gang, this is Andrew with the Facebook Live TV show coming to you live from rainy Brea, California. Wow, what the heck is going on? You know, out of all the times that it should not be rainy, it's right now because we need to get out and go for a walk and stuff and get out of the house. We're all locked up in these stupid houses all the time. So make it stop raining. All right, so this is called now. I got a name for this show. This show is called The Mystery Bag, which is going to be a number of different topics, kind of like a variety show. All right, just look at it like a variety show where we're going to move from one topic to the next, and we're going to be talking about different things, and they may be related and they may not. But we have a few topics that we're going to go to. Hopefully, I remember them all because I added a couple before I had a chance to put it into the show flow so that I don't forget. Right, but I just added a couple really quick. We're going to be talking about some of the most important things you need to remember when you're doing a live stream. Some of my pet peeves that are super important when you want people to stop. Right, so your show shows up in somebody's timeline, or they get a message, "Hey, Andy's gone live," or Sally's gone live, or whatever it is. You're going to want people to, when they go, that they're going to go and go, "Oh, no, that looks boring," or "That doesn't look." It looks kind of silly, and that you don't want them to move on. And so there's some things you need to do in order so that when somebody sees your video and they haven't turned on the audio yet, that they actually hit the audio and start to spend some time with you. Right away. When I started this, I saw 1, 2, 3 messages, and then it jumped to 8 and 9, and now we're already down to 4. So already in my message, whatever it is at how it started. Now, again, and I don't want you all to get caught up in these numbers either. So if you're using StreamYard or Zoom or BeLive or Ecamm, whatever you're using, those numbers that show up in the left-hand corner aren't necessarily always representative of who is actually watching, because there's a difference between being on a computer when somebody being on a computer and they're watching, or they're on their phone, or they're on an Android, or a phone that's really, really old and that kind of stuff. There's some things that don't necessarily trigger the numbering system that says that people are watching. So just don't get caught up in that at all, so much that it bothers you. Just understand that number kind of goes up and down based on a whole bunch of things. But I'm telling you, there are people, because right now we're at 9, according to this thing, that it goes like to 1, 2, and then 10, and then 4, and then 3, right? And then drops down back to 1 again. Some of that really has to do with how you start your show. So we're going to be talking about, for those of you that have decided to start streaming, and streaming is important, creating video for your business, if you're become an author, if you've decided I want to be an authority in this thing, whatever it is, right? If you decided that streaming is the platform you're going to use to reach people, these things I'm going to point out in one of the segments of the show, I think you really need to watch and need to pay attention to, because if they bother me, that's one thing, but I'm telling you, I've learned that they bother other people, not just me. So I'm going to make sure and address those. I'm going to talk about a game that my kids and I play that is fantastic, and you're going to want to play. I'll give you a little demonstration. As a matter of fact, we're going to play that game just a couple rounds, not very much, just a couple rounds towards the end of this broadcast. Another thing towards the end of this broadcast that's really important that you're going to want to stick around for is you're going to want to see how you too can become a Wall Street Journal, USA Today best-selling author. That's right, a Wall Street Journal, USA Today best-selling author. We're going to be talking about that you can join me and a couple other my friends, and we're going to launch a book, and you can be a part of it and become a best-selling author, not just in Amazon. Being a best-selling author in Amazon has gotten me a long way and gotten me on stage. It's gotten me on television. Is that good phrasing? Somebody help me out. I don't know if that's good phrasing, but it has allowed me to be on television and to be invited on television. I got a call today from a podcaster who has in the tens of thousands of listeners. They saw what I was doing and saw that I was a best-selling author, and they want me on their show. So I got that phone call today. I've gotten. I don't think that's good English. Somebody please tell me whether that's good English or not. See, one of the things that people are going to tune in and go, "Hey, that guy cannot speak very well, and so I'm off the show. Forget about it." All right. Let's see what we got going on here. I'm going to talk about my Throwback Thursday picture too. Andy's show disrupted my rock turning about 5G and coronavirus True story. I chose him over 5G and coronavirus. So now Andy sees where he ranks in my life. Yes. I don't know what rock turning is. Is that a TV show? I'm not sure what that is. Hey, Nobby. Nice to see you. Oh, Andini, right. Don't forget that. My stage name is Andini, and he needs 2 separate chats for his streams. One for the serious folks, another just for me and Nobby. Yeah, right. All right. I'm not sniffing from the brown bag. All right. And then we're going to be talking about why use StreamYard over Zoom. I saw that in one of the communities that I'm in, that somebody had asked that, but I'd already created the show. So it's really funny. It's like it went into the universe and somebody felt it and said, I'm going to ask that question. I'm going to post this Facebook Live. So I'm going to directly answer that question first in this particular broadcast. And it's important to know. All right. It's important to know why. When you decided to go live streaming, before I get to the points that you need to consider when you're live streaming, which are important points, why choose one platform over another? Super important. All right. And so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this frame that's right there. Oh, and I'm gonna get rid of my name down at the bottom. All right. And that is because choosing the platform is going to be key to, again, what people see when they're scrolling around. When people are going through their Facebook, and a lot of people are doing that right now. They're wasting a hell of a lot of time on these social platforms, whether it's TikTok or Facebook. You can go live on TikTok too. Yes, you can, even though the Chinese are watching and spying on us through TikTok. But you can go live on that platform, on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, on Vimeo, on LinkedIn, on Twitch, and Periscope, which is a part of Twitter. Right now, we're going live from 2 Facebook pages. One's a business page, one's my personal page. I'm going live on YouTube, I'm going live on Twitter, and I'm going live on Twitch. All right. So as people are using those platforms and notifications pop up that you are live, whether it's because Facebook or one of these platforms have decided, we're going to push this out so that other people can see it, and they can choose whether to watch you or not. Right. So it's going to throw out this image, and it's going to be you talking. And when somebody sees it, they're going to see Zoom, and they're going to go, that looks like a business meeting. Do I want to be part of a business meeting? Because that's what we know Zoom to be, right? I use Zoom. We use Zoom this morning for my mastermind group, because you can get a large number of people on a Zoom all at the same time, right? You can get 40, 50 people, 60 people, something like that. I forget what the number is, but you can get all those people on a Zoom. And then you have people that, I can't do it right now. Yeah, people that are like this, right? Yeah, I'm watching the Zoom, and I was wondering if we should do this thing, right? That's kind of what some of the business meetings are. Or you have this guy right here, right? You have this guy down here going, I think that we should go with that project and that kind of stuff, right? And so as people, so when you see a Zoom broadcast, that's what you see, right? You see people really high, you see people really low, you see people like way over here, and they're like bent over, and they're doing other stuff. Yeah, how many of you guys seen that video of the lady going to the bathroom during a Zoom broadcast? You got all kinds of shenanigans going on during the Zoom. So our idea, when we see in our timeline of our Facebook, of our YouTube, whatever it is, and we see a Zoom, look to something, we think, I don't know. It looks like we're joining somebody's like little thing, like a family get together, somebody's birthday party, or a business meeting. I don't want to be a part of that. And so it's fine, right? It's fine if you want to go live using Zoom. That is fine. But I'm telling you, when you're going to want to grab somebody's attention and get them to stop, Zoom, and I have friends in the network marketing that are using Zoom, and I just go, gosh, why are you doing that? Right? Why? This is not a business. In a private group, perfectly fine to go to Zoom. Perfectly fine. But when you're talking about if you're going live and live streaming, the purpose, I think, for almost anybody, I don't care what it is you're doing, is you want some people in your network, in your universe, to actually stop and listen to what you have to say. Why else would you be doing a live stream? People, I don't care how many. Well, then why are you doing a live stream, right? Call somebody on the phone and talk to them, or FaceTime them. Why are you going live on a platform if your expectation isn't that you're going to gain an audience over a period of time? The audience is not going to build right away. It's going to take time. So I don't want to give anybody the impression that based on what you're using is going to build your audience right away. It's going to take you, the platform, the title, the description, the thumbnail that shows up when you do a scheduled live, right? That's why I kind of use this old Throwback Thursday thing. And it's a whole bunch of stuff, right? It's not that Zoom is a horrible platform. It's not, right? It jumped, right? It quadrupled in its usage, or, quintensled. I love making up words. It increased a lot, right? From and I'm going to use just a random number. It went from 10,000 to 90,000 since the COVID-19 thing went through. And so there's a huge. So I'm not telling you that Zoom doesn't have its place. It does. But when you are beginning a show, there's something different that needs to appear on people's timelines. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to put up a little graphic right here. Actually, let me look at some of these comments that are coming through. I see I was getting behind between April and Nobby's comments. I know there's other people other than April and Nobby on here. Don't feel intimidated by all the comments from April and Nobby. Would somebody else please comment and let me know where you're watching from? Is it raining where you're at? Is it sunny where you're at? Are you depressed? Are you happy? Are you sad? What do you plan on doing a live stream? Do you want to know more about live stream? These first couple episodes of this particular show, the mystery bag, is going to be dealing with live streaming specifically. So I want to make sure that you understand that. But Zoom equals stuffy. Oh, yeah, I gotcha. StreamYard over Zoom because StreamYard has on-screen comments, period. Nice. So I'm able to do this, right? This comment here happens in StreamYard. It doesn't happen in Zoom. Now, you have those people that say, well, I don't want to get distracted by the comments. Bull. Finish the words, right? Finish the word. No. Again, are you doing this because if you're doing it just to connect with one person, call them. When you're streaming, you're trying to build an audience. How do you build an audience in these social media platforms? It's by engagement. It's by people commenting. That's why on every one of my shows, I say, hey, would you tell me where you're watching? Would you tell me what's happening where you're at? If you have any questions, would you please put them in the comments? If you agree with what I'm saying, go ahead and say yes or no in the comments. If you like April, tell her so in the comments. Now somebody might do that. But it is the comments right here is so key to pushing out your stream to other people, your live stream to other people. And so the comments, yeah, Zoom does not have that ability, at least not right now. They might later, but right now they don't. All right. The Zoom was designed for webinars in mine, while StreamYard was designed for, wow, you should have done the show, April. There's no affiliate link for Zoom. Absolutely. That is a very good reason. Get StreamYard.live. Here we go. Get StreamYard.live. Where is it? Am I in the wrong thing? It's always up here. What's happening? Get Stream. Where's my Get StreamYard? Hold on. Stand by. I'm in the wrong platform. Here it comes. Right here. Right here. Where did it go? There it is. Get StreamYard.live. Yes, go there if you want to get StreamYard. You must go there to get StreamYard. Get StreamYard. StreamYards.live. You missed mine about the brown bag being 40 ounces to freedom. Yeah, where is that? I'll have to get back to that. Yeah, I'm so sorry. All right. Come on, people. There's got to be other people other than, David Everett on it. Thank you. Oh, that was you. I didn't read the name before I put it up. All right. So let's get to the graphic I have here. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of David. So I'm going to have to get to that. All right. So here is the difference. I'm going to show you a very distinct difference. Sorry, I got to get rid of this banner too. All right. Here's a very distinct difference between the two right here. On your left is what Zoom looks like. When somebody's scrolling by, this is what they see. They see a business meeting. I am telling, whether it's 9 people showing on the screen like I have there, or 3 people or 2 people, it looks like a business meeting. Who wants to stop doing what they're doing to see a business meeting? Nobody. Somebody wants to see somebody that looks like a show. On the right is StreamYard. And I didn't doctor anything. This literally was taken off of a Facebook page. The one on the left is our mastermind group, Zoom. And on the right is StreamYard. I was able to change the background. The guy I'm interviewing on the right, Ed Rush, he is a former fighter pilot. So in the background, I have clouds that looks like we're in the sky, and it's on our COVID-19 live TV show. I'm able to put that banner on top. I'm able to put our names underneath, and it really looks like a show. People are going to be more likely to stop at something like that than they are a business meeting. I'm telling you. And so you want to make sure and go to getstreamyard.live and just get started using it, and you can use it for free, right? It's way less expensive to use StreamYard right now than it is to even use Zoom. So the thought that people are using Zoom and want that look on the left is just so odd to me, especially when it is that you are trying to get an audience through your live streaming. If you want people to stop, remember, just imagine yourself on your phone. My phone's connected to the computer, but I'm going to use it for something else. But if you're scrolling through, what is it you stop on? You stop on things that look interesting. You stop at things that have a cool, little sticker here and there, or something like that. Or it looks like, there's somebody's talking about something interesting. For me, when I'm scrolling through, even when I know the people on Zoom, I go, oh, it's just one of those things. It's already like, oh, I want to stop because I want to support them because they're my friends, but I'm not going to stick around very long because it's not eye-catching. They're probably not using a microphone, which is a key to any video, is that you want to make sure your sound is good. Don't use the mic on your computer. So many people use their mic on their computer. Get a mic, please, or use earpods, because the sound is so important on the video. But back to this picture right here, you're going to stop at the one on the right, not because I did it, but because it looks different. It doesn't look like a business meeting like it does on the left. All right. So let's just make sure that that's very clear. StreamYard over Zoom, there's no, and then to be able to do the comments. It's a lot more stable right now, and they use their own dedicated servers. And so the stability isn't based on your computer and your system. It's based on the fact that they're housing it and making sure it runs absolutely well. All right. So let's see what the guy is going to give me a complex. Sorry. So there's really just 3 people watching. No, there's not. There really isn't. There's more. I can see the numbers. If people would just put this comment, would you please comment? And thank you, April, for putting the URL in the comments. Just click on that and just try StreamYard out, please. Just begin to use that. All right, let's go through some of the best practices. I'm going to go through some of these things really quickly because I've gone through them before, but I'm telling you, as more of the streams come up on a daily basis, I want to shoot myself because I go, is nobody listening to me? Is nobody listening to me? Please listen to me. All right, first of all, I'm going to go ahead and put this up right now. One thing you want to always have, and these are some of the ones you want to hear. So you want to put up one of these, right? And you just have it up there. The reason being is because somehow Facebook and some of the other social platforms, they can hear you, or they can see what you're doing as far as the comments are concerned. But in the lower third, if you said, please write your questions in the comments, if you say that, if you say write in the comments, there's something in the algorithms or the AI or the AR or the RA, whatever it is that's monitoring what it is you're doing, that will, oh, nope, they're asking for comments, so we're not going to boost it. So having a lower third that simply says, please write your comments please write your questions in the comments, is just, it's encouraging people to start writing stuff down in the comments. You want people to engage in your comments. Not only do they comment more often when you show their comment on their comment on screen, they will put more comments when you prompt them to comment. So put something in there. Another one is you want to make sure that people like, comment, subscribe, and share your live or your page. If you're streaming from a business page, you want people to subscribe, you want people to share, you want people to comment, and you want people to like, because you're trying to build an audience. You're trying to take people from these other places and move them over into your business page or onto your business page, and then to share it out to their people so that 1 or 2 of their 300 people will join. A small percentage is always thing you need to remember, right? Understand that these shows and these things move very slowly by small percentages. Don't think that because somebody shares something with I have 3,000, 4,000 friends, right, on my personal page. Don't think because I share my video on my personal page, all 3,000, 4,000 people are going to follow. No, a small percentage, but that's okay, because that's all you're looking for. That's all you can expect. That's all you need to be hoping for. And if only 4 or 5 join, don't think how horrible it is. Think, wow, we got 3 or 4 people off that guy's page to join us who would not have joined us if he would not have shared that broadcast. All right. So put it a little lower third that says that really, really important. All right. So this goes this. So one customer instead of thousands of followers. One good customer could lead you to hundreds of dollars as opposed to thousands of followers, right? You have thousands of people watching you on a live stream on a social media platform doesn't necessarily make you money necessarily. Now, when you get into the millions, hundreds of thousands, now you can monetize and that kind of stuff. But for the most part, a few thousand people, few hundreds of people is not where you're going to monetize. It's going to monetize when not one of those followers turns into a customer who contacts you and says, "Hey, I like what you're doing. Can you teach me how to do that?" Whatever it is, right? It could be a pool cleaner, it could be gardening, it could be cooking, it could be whatever, right? You're sending out your message to attract a following so that a number of them, 1, 2, 3, 10, 15, 20, will become customers and begin to pay you to give them a service. So super important. Understand that it's not about necessarily the numbers. It really, what you're looking for is some really key customers that you're going to want to work with. They're also going to be people that you want to have a drink with. They're going to be people that you want to have lunch with. Do not have a customer that, with somebody that you don't like. I'm telling you, it's the worst thing you could do. Anybody that's in business or an entrepreneur or any kind of consultant, one of the worst things that happens is you become enslaved by one of your clients that is a horrible person, right? You just simply want to fire them. I've had those. So you want only the customers that you would want as a friend, that you may have them over for Thanksgiving, that you may want to have a drink with them, or maybe even have lunch with them. Those are the customers you want. The rest of them can go away. All right. Do not wait for people to join. So when you start, did you hear me say, when I started my Facebook Live, did you hear me say, all right, well, I'm going to wait here and see. We're going to wait for a couple people to join. All right. So we'll just wait. Okay, we're going to wait for, oh, hi, Nobby. So Nobby's on. Hi, Nobby. How have you been? Okay, Nobby, I'm just waiting. Nobby, I'm just waiting for a couple other people to join. No! Stop. Please, for all that is good in humanity, please, please. I'm going to say it one more time. Please stop waiting for people to join your stream. For God's sake, just start talking. Gosh darn it. I almost said a bad word. Son of a bitch. I want to reach through the camera. He goes, stop. Just start talking. What do you want to do? All right. So you hit the play button. You see they go live. You play an intro video if you have one. If you don't have one, you say, hey, this is Andy over with at Brea, California. It is a rainy day. You know what? We're going to be talking about some very cool stuff today. I have a bunch of stuff. We're going to be talking about live streaming. We're going to talk about best practices. I have a great thing towards the end of the video. We're going to play a game together. I'm also going to be talking about how you can become a world class best-selling author and become a best-selling author on the Wall Street Journal and the USA Today, right? What did I do? I told people immediately why they should stick around. Now, if they choose not to stick around, I didn't want them to stick around anyway, right? They are not interested in what I have to offer. They're not going to be the people that are going to click on this URL right here that has one of my affiliate links on there, right? They're not going to click on getstreamyard.live, right? It'd be pointless to have them on, because I only want people that either have StreamYard already and I want to give them value. I want to give them something they can use because they've already decided that they're going to use one of the platforms that I have recommended and they're starting to use it. All right. And those are the people that I want on live. I don't want the people that I'm waiting for because because they're not going to stick around. Right. Okay. Let's say they've already got StreamYard. What else am I going to talk about? I'm going to talk about Designer. Designer is a fantastic platform that if you take your Facebook Live and you download it, you can then, or you can take the URL from your Facebook Live and you can put it into Designer, which you get to Designer by going to speaktopublish.com, and it transcribes every word of your Facebook Live. Saves you tons of time in creating a blog based on your Facebook Live. It saves you tons of time in creating a white paper based on your Facebook Live. Maybe you're talking about the endocannabinoid system. Maybe you're talking about best practices for doing a stream, a live stream. Maybe you're talking about best practices when it comes to massage therapy or chiropractic or dentistry or your restaurant that you're going to be talking about your favorite recipe and why people should come visit your restaurant. And you want that transcribed so you can use it later. You're going to use Designer and you're going to go to speaktopublish.com, right? But if I spent my time going, I'm going to wait and see for people to join, you're going to lose any possibility that the people are truly interested in what it is you have to offer, because they're not going to stick around. They're not going to wait for people to join, right? Just because you're waiting for people to join does not mean that they're going to wait for people to join. All right. So stop doing that just for me. All right. All right. Oh my gosh. Hey, Christy Davis. Nice to see you. Start talking, dude. We are here. I am talking. I know. I was using that as an example. How horrible is that somebody was joining while I was waiting for people to join? No, I wasn't waiting for people to join. I was just making an example. Thankfully, I rarely see hosts waiting on people to join these days. That was common live streaming practice in the earlier days, but not. All right. I'm telling you. I think because I've been watching a few of some network marketers and people that are just now getting started. You know why? Because they see some people doing it that are higher level. But they're doing it in a private group. Now, in a private group, that might be slightly different, right? And I have two cameras going on right here, so I'm sorry if I'm looking to the right slightly. In a private group, it's not necessarily horrible to wait, because you have some information you're talking, and you want your audience at its highest peak when you begin to teach. So in a private group, there is an argument, I guess, that some people can make that they're waiting to get started. But I say again, if you are going to a live seminar where you're walking into some place and they say it starts at 9, how pissed would you be that you were on time and you waited in line so that when the doors opened, that you were in your seat when that thing started, and somebody waited 15 minutes for other people, lazy asses who didn't get up in time, they didn't set their alarm, they're too stupid to wake up early enough to fight through traffic to get there on time. How angry are you when you are sitting there waiting because the speaker's waiting for the people that were too dumb to get there on time? It makes me angry, right? I was there to get on time. I was there early so that I would be on time. Start the damn seminar on time. Damn it. All right, here we go. All right. Woo! But April, I know I'm only disagreeing only because maybe I'm seeing it in these other platforms where there are still people saying that they're waiting for people to join. Do not do that. I try to be horrible, but you won't decline us. We try to be horrible. Okay. No, I don't care. All right. So where am I? Waiting for people to join. Where is that? Please put your questions, comments. Customer. Oh, choose a good background. Oh, come on, people. Two times today. I was scrolling through and saw people that were on live, and they had I'm trying, so I don't want people to know that I'm talking about them. So they had an unmade bed in their background, was one of them. Another one, just a messy room. One of the things I have been guilty of in the past, I do a cooking show. I've done a cooking show with my daughter from time to time. And I have this pantry. The pantry has all kinds of stuff in there, right? It's all over the place. And through a camera, and it probably is messy, but it looks even more messy through a camera. And so I have the doors, right? You should close those doors. And so you got to keep in mind all this stuff, right? What does your background look like? I set my background so that you can see this picture of a movie camera, an old style movie camera. You can actually see my TV walking in the background now that I looked up here. Let me turn off the TV. There you go. And then you got the whiteboard, right? And the whiteboard sometimes will have stuff written on it. Sometimes it doesn't. If I happen to get up and I want to write it, but I don't want to sit in front of the whiteboard so that people can't see if there's something written on there. And so you got to be careful. A little bit of planning, just a little bit of planning will go a long ways and not distract the audience. If the audience is busy wondering why you have a trash can overflowing with paper products in your background, they're not listening what you have to say. If they're wondering why you have an unmade bed, with 2 pillows on it and it's folded down looking like 2 people got out, but they know you're single and they're thinking, I wonder, right? I mean, there's all kinds of things. This is what goes on in my mind. And so I'm not listening to what you have to say. So keep your background, branded for you. Keep it in a way that it's not cluttered and it's not messy. And you don't want to have excessive light. So don't set yourself up so that you have an open window during the daytime and it's darker inside your home so that you look like you're in the witness protection program. Do not do that. So just be mindful. Check out your background before you get started, and really important to set that up. All right. Man, this show's already way too long and I've not even got into the other subject matters yet. Proper shot position. Same thing with the shot position. I'm a little too low. One of the things that my kids do to me all the time is they lower my seat. And now when I get to this thing, I can show you that I was way too low. All right, let me sit back up. There we go. And so you want what would be considered an apple sitting on your head between the top of the frame and your head, right? So an apple. I had enough room for a cantaloupe, maybe even a watermelon. All right. So this is a much better position than the other position. The one that I showed you before is definitely not good, where you're down here. And I show one of these comments right here, like April's, and now part of my face is cut off, right? And you don't want that. That is a horrible position. And if you're doing an interview and we have one person that's up here, one person down here, you got one person staring down at their camera or something like that, it all is jacked up, right? Camera facing the eyeballs, all right, right here. And my camera is right here in line with my face, all right, so that I am looking straight ahead towards the camera. I have now, because I fixed the seat, my kids twisted down and mess with me because they hear me say this all the time. I can fit an apple, right? The top of the apple is up here and the top of my head is a good position to be. That way, if you even have a frame up there, you're not cutting off the top of your head. And then when you bring up a long commented, not that April's long commented, but it doesn't cut you off. When you put a lower third up there, it doesn't cut you off, right? Super important, all right? Proper positioning, apple above your head in that position, not too far off to the left or too far off to the right, because when, I'm going to show something really quick. Hold on. I'm going to put this here. Oh, you know what? It's showing up as a separate camera. Maybe I can do that. No, never mind. I can't do it. So when you have two people side by side and you end up being in the middle, you want to be able to be in the middle when they do that. Right. Another reason why you want to be somewhat centered. You notice I'm not quite centered, but because of the whiteboard thing, but I'm pretty close to being centered, that if you decide to repurpose this and use it on a square format, or where somebody might, a platform might have it more in a profile, right? Profile, landscape profile. Yeah. Profile is that if you close these sides in, you'll still be in the frame. Right. So if you're too far off the left, too far off the right, and you decide to use this in another format, in a profile format or a square format, you don't want to have, it's cutting off part of your face. Right. So be somewhere near the center. It's okay if maybe part of your shoulders cut off or something like that, but be careful about being too far to the left or too far to the right, because then things begin to get cut off and that doesn't really work. All right. Hey, Nabucco, nice to see you from Japan. We got people from Australia, cantaloupes and pen. Yeah, the apple is the thing, right? Not a cantaloupe and not a watermelon. All right, put a circle with a line through it on those things. Speaking of background, hey, April, nice to see you. Glad you could join me. What do you mean about the background? I'm wondering what she means by that. She speaks in mysteries sometimes. I get text messages from April on occasion. We happen to do some business together and the medical side of things, and every so often a message will come up and I got to go, I know she means something by that. Those bums. What did I say that has to do with those bums? I got to know now. Start talking to, we went all the way back. Okay. Next, besides proper position, let's talk about good lighting. Good lighting. All right. I need all the help I can get with good lighting, right? If I have bad lighting, it can look really bad. I could look a lot worse than I look right now, but I have a ring light, as you can tell. Oh no, you can't tell. When I show you the other camera, you can tell. I block the little ring that shows up. Where is it? Oh, it's not showing up today. There it is. You see the little bit of ring light? I made sure that I'm blocking it so you can't see it. All right. But I have a ring light that kind of shines the light, balanced on my face. And then I have a light right above here that kind of comes down. And so you kind of want to be careful with your lighting. As you can tell, I had bad lighting with my television over there that was showing. Now it's still showing there. Let me turn that off. Oh, nope. That's something else apparently. Oh, that's the light that's at the distance. So you want to make sure that your lighting lights you in a way that makes you the prominent thing that you can see. If you have, again, a window behind you, if you have, open space behind you that seems to be brighter than the rest, then you're going to come out a little bit darker. So you want to make sure that you have good, solid lighting. On my desk, I simply use the desk lamp and I bounce it off of the white blinds. that my desk is pushed up against to. So I have a window where my other computer is that you've seen me probably, if you've followed me for a while, speak at. There's white blinds. I bounce the desk lamp off of the blinds. I don't shine it directly because the light's too harsh. And so I turn it around, bounce it off of the white blinds, and it gives me really good lighting. So mess with your lighting a little bit. You don't need to go out and buy $200 lighting that they would use on a movie set or anything like that. You can actually go to Home Depot and get lighting they would use for construction and use it accordingly from a distance or bounce it off of something, and you'll find your lighting. So just find a way to do that. And you don't have to do it right off the bat. Just as time goes on, make sure you have good lighting. Super important. All right. Landscape, not profile. Gosh darn it. I just came out. I saw a couple of other Facebook Lives and people are still using profile, their camera up and down. Now, I understand that there are some platforms that's the only way you can use it. I get that. And so in those platforms, then you have no choice. But in most cases, I'm telling you, especially on YouTube, do not use profile on YouTube. We're going live on YouTube right now. If I was profile on YouTube, then it would have, this very narrow window for a frame for my video, and then you'd have these, that space, that darkness or whatever, and it just is not good. Right? I can open my arms, I can gesture, I can do a bunch of stuff. I'm telling you, landscape is the way to go. If you decide to repurpose this video into one of the platforms that need landscape or a profile, then you could put words up here, right? You can put like, listen to Andy, he's like the smartest guy in the world. And then down here, you can put subtitle, right? You could do all kinds of different things, but you have more flexibility. If you only have profile, and then you can only use profile in everything you do. You can only use profile in YouTube. You can only use profile in Facebook. You can't do it square. You can't do that, right? It looks odd. So landscape is the way to go. I'm telling you, God loves landscape. God hates profile. And whatever God says, I do. All right. I wish. All right, let's see what this has to say here. Go over that bit about what type of customer you want to have as opposed to the customer you do not want to have. Get into the thick of it. I could talk about the Middle East customers I had over the Middle East customers I had. It was a $500,000 contract, and I had to fire them because they were miserable human beings, and I couldn't stand them. Right? I'm not saying all Middle Easterns. It just happened to be with a country in the Middle East, and they were miserable for me. I had to fire them. It made my life miserable. Thank God, in my contract, I had the correct wording in my contract that gave them specific things that they had to do in order for the contract to be valid. And then as soon as they hit that point where they were out of contract, I fired them because, it was bad. The late arrival at meetings, those bums. I know, Christy, they are bums. All right. So landscape, not profile. I think I buried that one there. All right. Last thing, proper framing and camera position. I already did that one. Why did I do that twice? I don't know. Something. So you understand that, right? Proper framing, Apple. There you go. All right. So that's it. So there's a few more of those things, but those are the main ones, right? The lighting, landscape, not profile. Make sure that your background is representative of who you want to be. And one of the examples I give is that how many times have you been visited by somebody who's in the business of, say, a money manager, right? I've had those people come to my office when I had an office over in Brea. You always get the, people that are money managers or payroll people or, I'm trying to think what else, type people, accountants that come over, and they come over. And then when you walk them to their car, because that was always one of my things. I always found it necessary to walk them to their car when we were done with our meeting, whatever that was. And if I got to their car and it looked like they lived out of their car, I would not hire them. They have McDonald's wrappers on their dashboard. Their car looks like crap. They got, their kids' clothes, and the seats are nasty. The windshield hasn't been washed in, 4 or 5 weeks. The car's dirty on the outside. They still have the little small donut as one of the tires. I don't hire those people, right? And so it's kind of the same thing, right? You see this person who's trying to represent themselves as this person who's going to take care of your money, or they're going to take care of you as a client, and they want to make sure that they're good representative for their company. And then you walk outside and see a jalopy piece of crap mess. Now they can have an old car, but keep it clean. Right? Wash it once in a while and take the little donut because you got a flat tire back in back in January and it's April. You get a new tire, would you? And so it's the same thing when you're watching somebody that's trying to sell themselves as an expert or a legend in something, and they're living in a hole. Then it's done. All right, what else was there? Shot position. Sorry. And don't wait for people. Don't wait for people. And I know April, maybe not as many people are doing it, but I'm telling you, I still see it on a very common basis. All right. So the next thing that I want to do, I'm going to go to my cards. And this was a very popular thing the other day. I don't know if it will continue to be or not, but I talk about journaling. Journaling is so important. And I think that these are the things that kind of get the thought process going. And I'm going to bring out my cards here, and I'm going to go over them much faster than I did the other night, because there's many categories, but I want to go through each one of these little categories really quick. So get out a pen and paper while I'm getting these out, pen and paper, or open up your notes app. And I want you to answer these things between now and the next time I see you. You don't have to do it right now, right? Don't answer these questions right now, but I want you to write down these questions. And this deck is called Wordsmith deck, a Wordsmith deck. I need to get really close before it zooms in there. Wordsmith deck. And what this is, it's good for authors. It's good for people that just need help journaling on day to day, because sometimes you run out of things to journal, and it'll give you ideas to journal about. And they have different colors. They have the black deck, the blue deck. They got the pinkish deck. I'm not sure what color that is. Yellow, and the light blue, baby blue, and green. All right. So I already put the ones I chose last show down below. And so now we're going to be hitting fresh cards. All right. The first card says, what do you need to do by the end of the year to make this year meaningful? That's a good one. All right. So write this down, and then you're going to answer this question between now and the next time I do one of these shows, which it could be a couple of days. All right. But when you journal, you need to journal like in the morning. So write these down, do it tonight or do it in the morning. All right. What do you need to do by the end of the year? All right. By the end of the year. This is an odd year, very strange. Odd, not in odd, but it's an even year, but it's an odd in the fact that it's weird. All right. What do you need to do by the end of the year to make this year meaningful? What do you need to do by the end of this year to make this year meaningful? All right. So make sure and write that down and get it ready to go so that you can actually write that down in your journal. You hear me? Get it done. All right. From the blue deck. All right. From the blue color. All right. What career advice would you give your 16-year-old self? Oh, man. What career advice would you give your 16-year-old self? Mother effer. Wow. Gosh. All right. That's a tough one, but it just speaks to so many things. All right, that's a good one. So think about that. Write that down. That is so good. Who's writing these down for me in the comments? Nobody. Somebody write these down. I'm going to repeat that last one I just had, so somebody can write it down. You ready? Or type it in. If you wrote it down, if you're following my directions, you have it there. What do you need to do by the end of the year to make this year meaningful? And if all the jobs paid this, oh no, that's a different one. That's from last week. Sorry. And hold on. What did I do with it? Now, the 16-year-old, right? What would you tell your 16-year-old self? Shoot, where'd that card go? Oh, that's the blue card. Sorry. Everybody calm down. If all the job, oh, no. Oh, shoot. I put on a sorry. Oh, yeah. What career advice would you give your 16-year-old self? There, I got to put it on the bottom. All right, I put it on top. My bad. Everybody calm down. All right. Write that down. Somebody write that in the comments. Come on, Christy, April. Somebody's got to be on there typing. Type on there, whatever. Nabucco, come on, help me out. All right, here from the pink deck. All right, pink deck. What is something not many people understand about you? Oh, I think some people don't understand my sense of humor. I'm pretty sure about that. I'm speaking to somebody out there in the audience. I'm pretty sure that some people don't understand my sense of humor. I think that happens all the time. One of the things that I used to do, and this is not valid. Obviously, I'm not an attorney, and I'm not giving you employer advice as far as employees, because I'm sure that it's probably not right. Thank God I only have one employee right now, and she completely understands me, kind of. That I said one of the things I would tell people before they decided to work for me, after I decided to hire them, is that I would tell them, understand this. If you have thin skin and you don't have a sense of humor, you do not belong here. That's what I would tell them. If you have thin skin and you don't have a sense of humor, you don't belong here. You're going to be very upset very quickly, and you will leave. And that's what I would tell them. Again, I don't think that's legal. I think that I might have skated through my many years of having hundreds and hundreds of employees over the years. But that's what I would tell them. All right, from the yellow deck. Are you ready? Only dogs can hear him snore. Oh, well, that's funny. All right. All right, here we go. From the still nobody's typing these. Where's my friends? Where's Nobby? Where's April? One of the Aprils. Christy Davies. Come on. All right. Is it Davis or Davies? I need you to spell that out so I can say it. All right. From the yellow deck. Write about a day or experience that you've tried to forget. So in your journal, write about a day or experience that you've tried to forget. All right, mine is that I got the bright idea to start a security company. My dog training business was bringing in hundreds of thousands of dollars. We were killing it. I had television shows in production. I produced a show with Cesar Millan. Everything was going great, right? I get the bright idea. Hey, let's start a security company and go from 10 employees to 500 employees overnight. And completely mismanage it and cause all kinds of grief. Let's do that. It cost me my marriage. It cost me a whole bunch of other stuff. That is a experience that I want to forget. So that's just one. But there's not very many. Even that has given me information, has given me experience. It's given me much of the things I do today are because of that experience. So I as much as I want to forget, it was painful, right? There was a lot of loss. There were, some very good employees that I had around for a very long time that I loved that decided to leave. There were some that wrote bad stuff about us on the internet, and all kinds of stuff happened. It was a really, really bad experience, but I can tell you in the long run, a lot of good came out of it, kind of like what's going to happen with this COVID-19 and that kind of stuff. And, failed marriages, all that kind of stuff kind of, at some point becomes a positive if you look at it the right way. And that's one of the things, the messages I try to speak to people all the time. So this one I try to tell my kids, that as difficult as this is going to be, that, ending school, not seeing your friends, all that kind of stuff, we can worry about that. We can be sad about that and cry about it and be hopeless, feel hopeless about everything that's going on right now. Or we can choose to think, okay, what is it that we can do to make the best out of it? What is it we can do to do now so that when we come out of it, we're better people in the end, or we're stronger, or we're more intelligent, or we have more knowledge about something that we never thought that we would have knowledge about? What is it you can do to make this a much more positive thing? And so it has to do with all that kind of stuff too. When something bad happens, you can choose, right, to continue to remember it as the most miserable time in your life, or you can say it was miserable, but something good came of it, and it's this. Right. After that loss and nearly losing everything, I've become a 9-time #1 best-selling author. I've spoken on more stages than I ever have before. Because of that. That experience caused me to take the steps to allow me to do those things. All right. So you can look at it in much different ways. All right. Did I already do the blue deck? No. All right. Blue deck. This is a baby blue deck, not the brighter blue deck. List 50 things that make you smile. Ooh, that's a long list though. 50 things. I wonder why they decided on 50. There's got to be something about, you can name the first 25, but when you start getting to 26, it gets more difficult. So you have to really think about all those things that make you smile. So list the 50 things that make you smile. I think that's a really good exercise, by the way. And write them down in columns, right? Number one, of course, my kids, right? Can I list each one of my kids? Can I list that Bo makes me smile, Rhett makes me smile, Ray makes me smile, Kelly makes me smile, Courtney makes me smile? That gives me 5 right off the bat. All right, I'm gonna list them individually, but list 50 things that make you smile. That is a really great thing to write down. Gosh darn it, because that'll just remind you of all the things that you have to be thankful for, all the things that make you happy. So list the 50 things that make you smile. That card is surprisingly fantastic. Oh my gosh. I'm really going to keep that around. All right. And I'm going to write down the 50 things that make me smile between today and tomorrow. Gosh, I can't imagine what number 30 is going to be. And some of those things I probably can't share with people ever. There's 30, there's 50 things and I'm going to have to dig deep for a couple of them. Sushi makes me smile. I went and got sushi today. Wow. The pool on a hot summer day, grass, playing basketball with my son. Wow. All right. So 50 things that make you smile. Write those things down. That is going to be really good. How come nobody's more? I see people are on because I can see this happening. Nobody's commenting. Are you all busy writing these things down? I hope that's what you're doing. All right. I need to see some comments come up from all of y'all. All of y'all. I just turned Southern on everybody. All right. And this is from the green deck. All right. Green deck. If you could solve one big world problem, what would that be? I cured COVID-19 so we can all go back to work. That's what I would do. Besides that, let's not use that. That's too easy. All right, that's too easy. Try to find something else. Wow, I've been on for 51 minutes now and have not gotten to the game yet. This is not the game, by the way. And I have not got to the world's or the Wall Street Journal USA Today best-selling author opportunity that you all have. And I'm still going to say that to the last because I told you that's what I was going to do. All right. If you could solve one big world problem, what would that be? And it can't be COVID-19. I'm going to set up a rule right now that it cannot be COVID-19. All right, you can't use that. That is not acceptable. All right, put my deck away, and we're going to get to the game. All right, how many of you know Pictionary? Pictionary is a very cool game that you would normally get one of these. Oh, man, I meant to move it over here. Dang it. A white wall, you could use this, right? Where you write on a board, and you say, I'm going to use a rabbit example, right? You write, oops. That's really not a rabbit. There's a rabbit ear, right? There's a rabbit ear. This is not a rabbit ear. That's a unicorn rabbit. All right. So this is a rabbit ear, right? And you draw that, and then the little button nose and the body, and then you draw the leg, and then another little leg up here with little butt, and then eyes and a big old smile and one tooth. Right, that's a rabbit. All right, you go rabbit. All right, so that's Pictionary, right? So there's another game. And it uses this thing right here. This thing is you turn it on, and then you push this. I don't want to show it at the camera. You turn it green. All right, so it turns green. You see that? It goes from pink to green. Oh, dang it! I did it. Hold on. I gotta erase it. There we go. All right, so I'm going to share my phone on my screen on my phone. So there's a screen on my phone, and so you pull out a card here. So I'm going to pull out one of these cards in Pictionary. So it's called Pictionary Air. I should have showed this first. Sorry. So it's called Pictionary Air. Oh, it's backwards. All right, let me switch back. I just want to do it justice here. All right, so it's Pictionary Air is the name of the game. And I got it at Target the other day. It's only like $20 or something like that. And you open it up, and it has where it holds the wand, and then you got your cards. All right, so we're gonna play one card game, and I want people to answer this. I can see people are on, and I'm demanding that you answer this in a timely manner. So I'm gonna draw a picture, and so what you do is you connect your phone to your television via Apple TV or Roku or what's the Chrome thing? I always forget what the Chrome equivalent is of Apple TV, whatever that is. So you're going to connect your phone through a smart TV. You're going to connect your phone to your television is the ideal thing to do. All right. And then you take, all right. These are hard. These are hard ones. All right. Shoot. Let me pick another card. Oh, I just want to make it easier for the crowd. I'm going to pick from the middle. All right. And the card I had, this is one of the cards I had last night. All right. And so there's a timer, right? And I don't know. Oh, shoot. I didn't switch it back. All right. So you can see there is a timer here, right? So if I hit this button, I think it is. Oh, that's record. So if I resume a game, let's see. There we go. There's a little timer. All right. So what is this? The worst thing you can do, though, is what? Oh, man, this is horrible. Okay, what is that? Maybe I should do it so that the board actually hits the board. But if you hold like this, and what is that? Chromecast. Thank you, John North. So what is it that I just drew? So you can do, not karaoke. What's that called? Charades. Hey, Jen Foster just sent me a message. Uh-oh. You don't really want to see that. It has to do with the project I'm going to tell you about later. Okay, so what is this? Oh my gosh. I should hit do not disturb. Hold on. Come on, somebody knows what this is. Maybe not Nobby, because I don't know if they have this in Australia. Or even John North may not. Oh my gosh. Why did they start this? Nobody texts until I decided to share my screen. All right. What is that? Thank you, Scott. You get a point. Thank you very much. All right. So then what you do is you hit the erase button right here, and it erases. So somebody has to work the screen. All right. Here's the next one. Oh my gosh. Shoot. I'm picking another card. These are too hard. I'm just going to do like one more. Okay, what's this one? I'm going to use the board. So let's see. Let's do this. What is that? What is that? I can't make the mouth. You guys know what that is, right? It's gonna be Scott Anderson again. Come on. Come on. What is that? That's what I'm trouble with the delay. I wish that's the only thing on the internet. If there wasn't a delay, we could actually play this game and actually have a good time doing it. Or we could have a drinking party. Like we could take no, not a whale, but because it's not a whale, but you're in the right place. It's not the word is not shark. It's a different word, but it does look like a shark the way that I drew it. What? So it's not a whale for sure, but it is kind of a shark. What's the family that the shark is in? I think it's in the right family. So the whale is not, right? A whale is a mammal. A dolphin is also a mammal, but a shark is it's also the symbol of a Christian. Wait, come on, let's go. Come on. See, I would be this critical with my kids. If they said one of those things, I probably would give it to them because it is in the water, but the word is not that thing. God, what's with all the notifications from the TikTok, the communist Chinese TikTok? Christian, think Christian. Fish, thank you, Christy. Yes, thank you very much. Okay, one more, just because that was kind of fun. I love this game. It's getting you guys to comment. So this is a new way to go. Oh my gosh. Wow, these are hard. All right, let's do this. Let's do this one. All right, last one. I know you guys are probably getting bored to tears. All right, let's do this one. This one should be easy. And I'm telling you, it's much easier if you don't look at the screen. But I'm only looking at the screen because I want to make sure I can get it on the white. Nah, dang it, I want to erase that. So you can actually tell the person who's moderating the screen to erase it if you want to start all over again. You're going to get this right away. Somebody's going to get it before I finish the drawing. I just know it. What is that? What is that name? Boo. Come on. Somebody's got it. Somebody's typing it right now. It said long. Nope. Do you see what I did there? Jack-o'-lantern. Thank you, Christy. Well, Christy is the winner. You get a new car, Christy. Have your husband buy you one. Pumpkin close, but the word is jack-o'-lantern. Jack-o'-lantern is the word. I'm sorry about all those notifications. I'm going to come back over here before they write something that I don't want you to see. I have certain friends that thank God that they didn't text me during that period of time, because sometimes it could be a little sketchy what they're writing. And it could be politically incorrect, or it could be political and it would piss half the audience off. All right. So good. So a Pictionary air. Do you see how fun that is? It's really when you're standing up and you can use the whole air, and the families there. You got the kids and different people. It really is it's a really, really fun game, I got to admit to you. And Christy, you are the winner. I don't know what to give you, but you are a winner. Tell somebody that you love to give you a prize, and it's on me. All right, it's on me. All right, the last thing I want to talk about. I hope you guys let me know whether you like the bag, the mystery bag of show, which is a series. And I'm just giving this as an experiment. It's a series. It's different segments of this particular show, the Facebook Live TV show. So you're asking, what is the Facebook Live TV show? What is that? I've tried to stay consistent with the Facebook Live TV show, but there's some of you that may be joining for the first time and going, I don't understand what the Facebook Live TV show is, right? I understand what the COVID-19 show is. Sometimes you get, you drink. Sometimes you party with your friends on it. Sometimes you have musical artists. It really is just an entertainment show, just to kind of get your mind off of being quarantined, right? So that's the COVID-19 Live TV show. That's what it's all about. The Facebook Live TV show is giving people who have decided that they're going to get into entrepreneurship, they're going to write a book, they're going to become an authority, they want to know how to use live streaming, they want to know how to create an online training program, they want to learn from experts in the same space, not always listening to me. So I interview people that are either have some type of book writing program, like Jen and Mel yesterday. They have a camp coming up. If you want to join that camp, you should get a hold of me, and I can send you the link so that you can be part of that 3-day camp. It's a virtual camp. It's happening next week. You should be in it. If you have any thought of writing a book, join that camp. You'll get a great start at writing your book and get past anything that may be holding you back from writing that book. So you want to be part of that, just private message me and I'll send you the link. So the Facebook Live TV show has to do with that, trying to help people. So that's why I gave you the ideas of what to consider when doing a live stream. That's why I put up the banners about get StreamYard.live and Speak to Publish, which is a great platform. If you don't have these two things, not these two things. This thing, which is get StreamYard.live. If you don't have that and you're going live, you're making a huge mistake. If you're trying any of the other platforms, I'm telling you, I have tried them all. I've tried Ecamm. I've used BeLive. I've used BeLive maybe 600 times, 600 live programs. And I went from BeLive to StreamYard. That's how much I love StreamYard. I wouldn't stick around or leave something unless I felt that there was something better. I would still do the thing I thought was the best until something comes around that's better and is better for my audience, and that's why I have come to StreamYard. Now, they don't pay me. They have, it's an affiliate link, but they don't own me, or I don't work for them. I have an affiliate link for BeLive. So I would give you the BeLive affiliate if I thought it was worthwhile, but I'm not. I give you the StreamYard affiliate because I think it's a better platform. I love the guys at BeLive. They are good guys, but I just think StreamYard's much better. So that's what the show is all about. All right. So this brings me to the very last thing. My partners and I, in my mastermind group, and my business partner, Everett O'Keefe, we have a program coming up that we want a couple really serious entrepreneurs, leading authorities in whatever space that you're in, whether you're a medical doctor or you're a dentist, or you have some skill that you're going to use authorship to build your audience. If you decided that you want to become an author and you're going to use that author, the label being an author, to build your audience, we have a program coming up that we're going to have at somewhere in the neighborhood of about 10 people join us, where together we're going to collaborate in a book, and we are going to launch it on Wall Street Journal and USA Today. And we have a plan. Again, we've been doing this for a really long time. I've helped 900 people over the last couple of years become best-selling authors. All right, so we know what we're doing. The other group of people in our mastermind group and in my business partner, he is a publisher, and we know how to do this. And we have a new program that will allow you to be a best-selling author for the Wall Street Journal and USA Today. And you can join us, and we will cut your work into a fraction of the work. So you only have to do a very small part, like one chapter in a book work, and you can become a Wall Street Journal best-selling author, USA Today best-selling author. Normally, just to tell you what people pay their publishers to become a Wall Street Journal best-selling author, every best-selling author pays, listen to me, every author pays to become a best-selling author, whether it's the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, USA Today. I've been in the publishing business, around the publishing business for the last 9 years, I think it is, somewhere in there, 8, 9 years. I can't remember exactly. And I'm telling you, I have spoken to publishers that are all these publishers. Everybody, every author who wants to be a best-selling author pays to be a best-selling author. They pay it from the neighborhood of $100,000 to $500,000 and sometimes more to become a best-selling author for the Wall Street Journal, or on the Wall Street Journal, USA Today, and a New York Times best-selling author. Every one of them pays. I don't care who they are, how many books they've written, they pay to become a best-selling author. All right, so are you going to have to pay $100,000? No. All right, you need to join us, and you are going to pay a fraction of the money, and you're going to do a fraction of the work to become a best-selling author. What does that get you? Just being a best-selling author in Amazon, I've gotten on television. I've gone on stage in Las Vegas at Caesar's Palace and Planet Hollywood and a couple other places, the Golden Nugget. I've traveled all over the world. I've spoken in Nashville, Tennessee, and North Dakota, Dallas, Washington, Oregon. Where else have I been? Dallas. Did I say that already? Arizona, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., based on an Amazon best-selling author. Can you imagine what a USA Today, Wall Street Journal best-selling author will get you? It'll send you over the moon, and you will have to turn down work and interviews once you become a Wall Street Journal best-selling author. You have the opportunity to join us, so that is the program. We just kind of launched it today on our mastermind phone call that we had this morning. And so if you are an author, already been an author, and the only thing right now that you have is an Amazon. Again, I'm not belittling that because I'm a 9-time international Amazon bestselling author. There's nothing to sneeze at, right? But the next level, right, is that Wall Street Journal and USA Today. And we are putting together a team of people that we're going to participate together to save everyone a lot of work as far as writing is concerned. The book's going to be called Authority. So the word author is in there, authority, and it's going to be a fantastic program. Fraction of the cost, fraction of the work to become a best-selling author on 2 of those major platforms. So let me know if that's what you want to be, no matter what it is you do, no matter how you do it, and no matter whether you've written 1 book or 20 books or 0 books, this may be something that you may want to do. It's not going to be a fit for everybody. So you may contact me. We may begin to interview you and decide that, what, this probably is not the project for you, but we may help you with something else along the way. This isn't a bait and switch. I'm not telling you to join, to come and talk to us so that we can sell you something else. I'm just telling you, we're going to want to make sure that it's a fit, right? It's a fit for us. It's a fit for you, and that you feel comfortable doing it, because it's going to be amazing. And we have a lot of people that are already have chimed in. As you can see, those messages came in were people that have decided to join us. We already have, those messages were that they've already have commitments from a couple authorities. So there's not going to be much room. So if you want to be a part of it, you better hurry up, because and I did not set that up. That just happened. And you may have seen a part of the price, that with the numbers that you saw and when you watch the replay isn't necessarily the whole price, because there's other things you can do. You can have the what's it called? The introduction. If you want the introduction, there's an additional cost. If you want, one of the first couple chapters, I think there's some program that, if you're one of the first chapters, there's going to be an additional cost for that, and other stuff. And so just understand that there's other benefits that you can pay for. So don't let the cost that showed up on that text sway you from deciding, well, no, that program has to do with a bunch of other stuff. So whether you're in the dog business, or you're in the medical business, what have you, this may be something you may want to be a part of. All right. So get a hold of me and I'll set you up. I'll set you up with a meeting with my business partner, Everett, and we'll get you kind of set up and get you started. And again, decide whether you're a fit or not. That's the most important thing, because we want you to feel comfortable. We want you to understand all that we're going to be doing and what we expect from you, because your work has to be done on time. We're very strict on that. And the people we allow to do that have to be reliable to get things done. All right. Wow. So that turned out to be a lot longer show, an hour and 9 minutes to talk about all the. So let me know one way or another whether you like the mystery bag type of show where we just go through a bunch of different stuff. I have fun doing it because it allows me to talk about different things. And I hope that it served you well on some aspect or another. All right. And if you have any ideas or if anything you want to talk about, make sure and private message me and let me know what your thoughts are and what it is you want to do. All right. That's it. I'll talk to you later. Take care. Have a great, whatever day this is. Wednesday, Thursday. Bye.